How's it going? I'm bsmitty of bsmitty.com, and today I wanted to talk about how the iPhone 6s is the death of the romantic photographer. So, I was basically working on my first ever review of a product, or I should say, my first in-depth review. When the iPhone 6s was coming out, I really wanted to just work with the camera and kind of see, what the new features were all about and see how it turned out. And I was kind of just looking forward to something to kind of experiment with. And while doing this, I decided to throw away the whole idea of an in-depth review. I've noticed on the social media uh, a lot of backlash towards this new iPhone. Uh, that it's not a real camera. That I've seen so many posts that actually say you have to Photoshop the photo to make it look good. And I'm not hating on any people who have posted these things about it, but the photographers I also read these from, they obviously post edited photos onto their website. None of them post unedited. Like when they work on their websites and they post new blog posts or new portfolio albums, they're all edited photos. So it really just boggles my mind that the iPhone is still put to the side of, oh, you have to edit the photos. Even though every camera that everyone uses, they edit their photos. That's not every single person. Obviously, people just take a picture and post on Facebook. I'm talking about photographers who work as a photographer that they're not posting unedited photos. It's insane. I haven't seen like responses to those. I've seen multiple responses to the iPhone needs Photoshop to make it look good, that they're agreeing with it and saying how much the iPhone sucks because you have to take it in Photoshop and tweak this and tweak that. It's no one is no one is taking their Canon, out to take some awesome photos of landscape and then just not photoshopping it or tweaking some saturation or sharpening it. It's just amazing to me. And I think the whole idea of it is that photographers in general are just scared. They have this whole romantic feeling about being a photographer. The Avedon or the Egglestons or all those photographers that people really think about and want to be like. They're scared that that's being taken away. And the crazy thing is that it's it was never given. You're not Avedon. You're not Eggleston. You can try to be Eggleston, but you're not Eggleston. You can try to be Avedon, but you're not Avedon. If Avedon was alive at this time and was shooting at this time, I'm sure he would try to figure out what he wants to do. Does he still want to shoot film? Does he want to? Oh, the technology is getting really nice. I'm maybe this is something I want to do. You never know. But that's not the whole point. The point is he had a camera, and by the way, he shot a lot of large format and all that type of thing. So you can kind of go, oh, you should really shoot with a Leica 35 millimeter because it's smaller, and and that's what's interesting to me about this whole iPhone bashing is that the whole romantic feeling is that's just part of who you want to be. It's not the general photography world. You can feel like you want to. I certainly love Avedon and Eggleston, all the classic photographers from before my time. But that doesn't mean that, oh, I have a digital camera, so I can't be like Eugene Smith. That sucks. I can't be like Eugene Smith, so I guess I might not use that. Might as well get some film. So I am just like Eugene Smith, and I will be a real photographer that way. That's just not how it is. It it the technology is a gift from all these people who are creating these beautiful cameras and phones that are cameras. It's it's nothing to reject. It's something we should really embrace. And what comes down to be a romantic photographer is you becoming you. You're not going to become Eggleston. That you will not be the next Eggleston. That's it. You need to become who you are. If your name's Joe Schmo, create your Joe Schmo website and become Joe Schmo. That's you can have the a little bit of Eggleston and a little bit of whoever and mix it together and kind of have a guide of how you want to shoot photos. That's great. That's how that's where you get like motivation and influence and all that kind of thing. But to romanticize on being that person is and thinking that, oh, if I go buy a Leica, I'm gonna be just like Cartier-Bresson. It's That's just not how it is. You can be Cartier-Bresson with an iPhone. It's but it's and that's the great thing. You have an iPhone. You can take photos with it. If you don't have another camera with you, you do have another camera with you. It's your iPhone. And I think the thing is to not feel like you're going to be the next or be Cartier-Bresson, because you're not. You have to be yourself and create images. And you have the capabilities inside of a phone to create amazing images. And that's kind of just where I want to leave this, review is that the iPhone 6s, I have the Plus. It's a brilliant camera. It's amazing to me. I think with me starting, my first camera was a film camera, but digital really was starting to be a thing at that point. It was expensive, but people were still buying film cameras. Digital was out even before this, but like at a consumer level, it was really starting to become a thing where, it's people switching from film to digital and all that type of stuff. So I've really literally watched time and time again every year something amazing coming out. And my first DSLR was the Canon 20D, and this iPhone that I have is better than that camera by far. And people might even argue that, but it's the truth. You can make photos happen by being creative, getting different types of lighting, doing whatever you need to do to create your image. And this whole video is filmed with the new iPhone 6s Plus. Lurk everything at bsmitty.com, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube at youtube.com/bsmitty.